Hey guys, what's up? So this one is big. OpenAI just launched a ChatGPT plan in India for under $5 in a month. Under 5. That's cheaper than Netflix, cheaper than Spotify, heck, it's even cheaper than one of those fancy Starbucks frappuccinos, with extra whipped cream, of course. And here's the wild part. This move might not just shake things up in India, it could change how AI spreads across the entire world. Okay, now let's step back for a second. Why does this matter so much? Well, India isn't just another country on a map when it comes to tech. We're talking about one of the biggest internet markets on earth. Over 800 million people online, that's more than twice the population of the United States. And not just passive internet users either. India is young, tech hungry, and super fast at adopting new tools. But the reality is, while the interest is sky high, the affordability gap is real. A $20 subscription might feel normal in the US or Europe, but in India, that's a pretty steep monthly expense. For context, the average monthly income for many Indians isn't the same as in the West, so a $20 ChatGPT subscription could feel like buying a luxury service. Which means that by slashing the price to under $5, OpenAI is basically saying, hey, we want everyone in this massive market to have access to AI, not just the elite. And honestly, that's kind of revolutionary because accessibility is the number one thing that decides whether a tech tool becomes mainstream or not. The big question is, what exactly are people getting with this plan? Well, from the reports, it's not some watered down diet version of ChatGPT. Nope, users in India will still get access to the latest and greatest models. That means the same smart responses, the same faster speeds, and priority access when the servers are busy. And again, let me just try to explain why this is so important. Imagine you are a student in India cramming for exams. You need a quick answers, you don't want to wait, and you definitely don't want the AI to suddenly say, servers are full, try again later. With this cheaper plan, you're basically getting the full VIP experience at a budget price. And of course, don't forget to think about the small businesses. Imagine a little clothing shop in Delhi trying to write product descriptions for their website before they might even struggle with English or spend money on freelancers. Now, ChatGPT can write 100 product descriptions in perfect English for them instantly. Or let's take a look at another example. Let's say you're a coder, just starting out, you're learning JavaScript at 2 a.m., you're a hit bug. Normally, you'd spend hours scrolling through Stack Overflow, but now with ChatGPT at $5 a month, you can paste your code in and get a real-time debugging help. That's just priceless. And here's the fun one. Even families can use it. Need bedtime stories for your kids? Boom! ChatGPT can spin up a brand new fairy tale in seconds. Want a recipe using only the random stuff you got in your fridge? Done. And yes, it actually tried this. It once told me how to make spaghetti with ketchup and peanut butter. Okay, don't do that, but hey, it just works. So now let's talk about the ripple effect, because this isn't just about India. This is about what happens when one of the biggest players in AI decides to break the pricing barrier. First, competition. Google has Gemini. Anthropic has Cloudy. There are dozens of other AI startups, many of them in India itself. If OpenAI is saying, hey, we'll give you one premium service for $5, then what do you think those other companies have to do? Yep, they'll either need to match the price or come up with something even more attractive. That means a pricing war is coming. And who wins in pricing war? Of course, the customers, us, the people in India. Second thing, other countries are definitely paying attention. Think about Southeast Asia, places like Indonesia, Vietnam, and the Philippines, or Africa, where mobile internet is adopting huge. These are markets where $20 a month is just not realistic for most people, but $5, that's a totally different story. If this India experiment works, OpenAI could roll out localized pricing across the globe, and suddenly we're not talking about millions of users anymore, we're talking about billions. Imagine billions of people from every corner of the world with daily access to a super intelligent AI assistant. That's kind of thing that reshapes the industries: education, businesses, entertainment, even healthcare. And let's be honest, even outside of India, ChatGPT is one of those tools that everyone should probably be using. Think about it. How many times in a week do you get stuck on something? Writing through email, prepping a presentation, figuring out Excel formulas, planning a trip, learning something new. Normally, that's hours of Googling or asking friends for help. But with a ChatGPT, it's like having a super smart friend who's available 24/7 and doesn't get annoyed when you ask 50 dumb questions in a row. And the cool part, it adapts to you. You can say, explain this like I'm 5, or make this sound more professional, and it just does it. For students, it's basically the same as have your personal teacher. For freelancers, it's like having a free copywriter, researcher, and editor rolled into one. For businesses, it's like suddenly having a team of assistants who never sleep. And for parents, honestly, it's a lifesaver for generating stories, recipes, and even helping with homework. And the real fact is that even those $20 a month is just a bargain comparing to paying for all of those things separately. But at under $5, that's just not just affordable, that's just a steal. Okay, so now let's have some fun with this. What would you guys actually use ChatGPT for if it only cost you $5? Be honest. Is it homework help? Writing emails for your boss? Maybe secretly using it to write poems for your crush? Or maybe just asking it to generate your fantasy football lineup? I mean, at this point, ChatGPT can pretty much do anything short of making you coffee in the morning. And hey, give it a time. I wouldn't be surprised if one day you could hook it up to your coffee machine too. Imagine, good morning, ChatGPT, make me a double espresso. Boom, done. That's the future I'm waiting for. So yeah, this new ChatGPT plan in India, it's not just cheaper subscription, it's a signal that AI isn't just for the rich, it's not just for the Silicon Valley, it's for everyone. And the more people who get access, the faster AI improves, and the more useful it becomes for all of us. But now I do want to hear from you. Do you think OpenAI should launch a $5 plan in your country too? Would you subscribe if it were that cheap, or maybe you already use ChatGPT in that case? Tell me how it's changed your day-to-day life. Drop your answers in the comments, hit that like button if you enjoyed this deep dive or whatever, and make sure to subscribe, because this is just the beginning. The AI revolution is only getting started, and trust me, the next big announcement could be even crazier.